Hello, fourth graders. So today we are going to be talking about organizing your Google Drive. And this picture shows two very different closets. And I'm sure we would all agree that we'd much rather our closet looked like the after picture, organized with everything easy to find. Well, the same goes for your Google Drive. So I'm going to be showing Beaker's Google Drive to get it organized. I organized the Google Drive for the e-learners and other A4A fourth graders. We're going to do this in class. So please notice in Drive, you already have a third grade folder. For e-learners, I made this for you. Other girls, we did this before. And in it are all of your files from third grade. So we dragged everything that used to be in your Google Drive into this folder. So do not panic if you say, oh, there's things missing that were there before. They're all now just in this third grade folder. Also, this may be different than the view you're used to. I switched to list view. You probably are used to seeing all the files around in grid view, but if you use this button here, up in the top right corner, I generally prefer list view. It's just easier for me to notice things when they're written like this. So now we've also created a fourth grade folder that so far is empty. But the first thing we need to do with this fourth grade folder is I would like you to share it with me, Mrs. George. And that way, anything you create within this folder will automatically get shared with me so that you don't have to remember to click the share with me button every time you make a file. It will just all be something that I have access to as well. So to share a folder, you right click on the folder button. If you're working on a Chromebook, that's Alt, then click. So meaning you'd hold down the Alt key on your keyboard and then click. And then go into share. This folder's highlighted. I want to share it and start typing in my name. It will pop up. You can leave me an editor and notify me. You don't need to type a message because I know it's coming, and then just click send. Okay, now notice, oh, see, a little person popped up in the folder. This one doesn't have a person, this one does. That's because now it's a shared folder between you and me. So we'll go into this folder, and what you're going to do today is make separate folders within this folder for each of your subjects. Let me show you how to do that. We probably remember, create a new folder, you click on this new, and we want a folder. I'm going to call this with Beaker's last name reading. Every single one you are going to call your last name and then the subject. We will do the same for writing, last name, and then the subject writing. The same for math, last name, math. The same for social studies. And you're going to make sure you're spelling these correctly because I will give you a list so that you can look at and make sure you have the correct spelling. We'll do the same for science. And then we're going to make one more folder that has just all your specials. So last name, specials. This is where if you ever have something from music, art, and so on, you will put it in the last name specials folder. Notice all of these automatically have the little person in them because they're in this larger folder. If I go back to my drive, they're in this fourth grade folder that you shared. So now these are automatically shared as well. Really neat that way. So you share it once and it's already all shared. Same thing when you make a document. So I'm just going to show you, for example, when you make a document, how to keep it organized so that I will be able to view it and you can save both of us some time. So if I were just in my drive and I started in, see, I'm just in plain my drive, and I started to make a document here, and I'll call this testing out Google Drive. If you look, see how I might need to refresh the page. It's going to appear just straight in my drive. Well, when you're making things in 4th grade, I want you to make them in your 4th grade folder. So let me go ahead and delete that. To delete a Google Doc, you just right-click or hold down the Alt key and click, and then we're going to click Remove. So if Feker is ready to type her best part of me poem, it's a writing assignment in 4th grade. So we're going to make sure we're in 4th grade and in writing. And now that you're in the right folder, make a new document in there. And oh, it's going to ask you because it knows it's a shared folder. Do you want to create and share? Yes, you do, because you want this shared with me. And now she could write best part of me, oh, and we'll call it the last name. So be last name, best part of me. And that's where she'd type her best part of me poem. And now if we look back in her drive, see, it's right there. And that will again save you the step of having to share each and every single document. It will also keep you nice and organized so that you can have the organized closet and not the messy, cluttered closet.